Hi, I'm Daniel from Motocross States, and today I'm going to be talking about getting ready to buy. At the moment, when buying a property, it's very competitive, so you must ensure that you're in the right place and got everything ready in order to make your offer for a property when you see you found it. The offer depends on your situation, so if you're a first-time buyer, there are a few things that you need to do first. As a first-time buyer, the first thing to check is your credit file. So head over to something like Credit Karma or Experian to download your credit report and find out if there are any issues or any suggestions or anything that you can do to improve your score. If you're renting, there is a free resource called Credit Ladder, and this is a service that takes your credit file, it checks that you're paying your rent in full and on time, and applies it to your credit score to build your credit file as if you were paying a mortgage. Other ways to improve your credit score would be to register for the electoral roll and also perhaps take out a credit card and just buy a few things and make sure you pay it off each and every month. As a first-time buyer, you want to make sure that you're in a position where you can obtain a mortgage. So speak to a mortgage broker about the deals that are available to you. You may find that you need a larger deposit, or your work situation may mean that you're not quite eligible. So they'll find out the best available options for you and also advise what can be done to improve or get better mortgage products. So once you've got your decision in principle, that will enable you to know what kind of budget you're looking at, and if you haven't yet saved a deposit, you've got kind of a target to aim for. Once you've got enough deposit saved and you know what kind of level of mortgage that you're able to achieve, then you can go shopping. You can find a property within your budget that suits your requirements. If you're a homeowner looking to move up the chain, then it's slightly different. Some of the same principles still apply, so speak with your mortgage broker about the availability of mortgages, and you'll then need to assess, have your property valued to assess its current market value. It's important that you find a buyer for your property first before looking for your next move and putting an offer forward. This will put you in a much stronger position when putting your offer in. Some people would prefer to find their property before they put the house on the market, but yeah, we would not recommend this. So as homeowners, it's also important to make sure that you get your mortgage in principle ready. You can also work out the amount of deposit that you'll have from the proceeds of your sale. And also it is important to check your credit file to make sure nothing's kind of appeared over the recent years. So once you've got all your finances together, you've worked out your budget, you can go shopping and find out what you want in the property, the location, the size, and really keep an eye on the market because things are moving quickly. You're never going to be able to find the most perfect property, so work out what is really important to you and what things you might be able to kind of compromise on. So once you've found that right property and you wanted to put an offer forward, then just make sure you've got your documents ready and in hand. So as agents, we will need to see your photo ID for the buyers. We need to see proof of address. We'll need to see proof of funds, such as a bank statement showing the deposit, or if you're buying with cash, the cash amount, and also your mortgage in principle. We would also need your solicitor's details, so if you've not got one, then we could recommend one for you, but it's important also to just shop around to make sure that you're getting the right service and from the right solicitor. And then finally, once putting your offer forward, you should obviously work out what's the ceiling price that you're willing to pay. If you want to try and negotiate, then by all means do that, but maybe just let the agent know that there may be a bit of flexibility in your offer. With the market moving quite quickly, we are seeing that a lot of offers coming forward, and owners are perhaps making decisions on the first instance. So there may not necessarily be a chance to put an offer forward, or at this stage you might want to put your best and final offer first and go from there. When you do that, keep your fingers crossed and hope for the best. Also, when putting your offer forward, if you've got any special conditions or deadlines that you are looking to put in place, then you need to make sure you make that clear at the start. And also obviously describe a bit about your situation, whether or not you've got something to sell, or if you've got someone that's already bought your property, if you're a cash buyer or if you're a first-time buyer. These are all important considerations for the owner when reviewing offers. If you'd like to discuss anything in further detail about making an offer or getting your house ready for the market, feel free to contact us on 01636 343 014.